Despite proving that he belongs at the very top with 2 incredible title runs, Dustin Poirer fell short of undisputed gold twice.
Dustin's in real trouble. It's under the neck. It's under the neck. It's under the neck. He's tapped.
You know I sound like I have a lot of excuses, but I was just so prepared, you know, for tonight. This one really hurts. I wanted to leave tonight the world champ, and just let myself down, man.
But despite the discouragement that must come from wasting 2 whole eras of his fight career to become world champ, he never gave up, continuing to secure wins for yet another run towards the title, with the first being a very entertaining fight with Chandler.
Oh, he's getting second as low. Oh, he's got it. He's in tight. He's got it tight. He got it.
By this point, it was sure that he was 1 to 2 fights away from his 3rd title shot. Yet, he had some more struggles to overcome before getting there.
Fans being heard from now, about a minute gone by, round 2.
Yeah, I know whenever you came off of the Gaethje fight, you were kind of in a tough spot, I guess, at times.
Oh, big time, man. That was probably like one of the lowest points of my life, you know, mentally. I really felt down.
But before we get that far, who is Dustin Poirer? Dustin Poirer is a Louisiana native MMA fighter who started his professional career in mid-2009 and quickly got into the UFC once the WEC merged with the UFC.
Alright, what's your name?
Dustin Poirer.
And where do you fight out of?
Gladiators Academy, Lafayette, Louisiana.
After a big knockout in Canada at a big organization, I got picked up by the WC and lost my first fight there by decision, and you know, came back with a knockout. Found out the news that the UFC and WC were merging.
Where now, as a UFC fighter, he has now become something he could only dream about in his younger years, and then immediately got asked to fight the #1 contender in the featherweight division for his first UFC fight.
A couple weeks after that, my last WC fight, I got a phone call to fill in for Jose Aldo as a last-minute replacement in a weight class that I never fought at, and I was ready, you know, for that opportunity. Took it and beat up the #1 contender at the time, and really started making waves in the featherweight division.
Now that he has beat the #1 contender in the featherweight division, he continued the tallied wins to get him closer and closer towards that elusive featherweight division title shot.
Trying to crank on it. Nice. Can he finish it? Deep Dustin Poirer instead of the front. Now he's got it. Mounted triangle armbar at the same time. He's going to break his arm.
And if you knew anything about his career, you would know that it would not be this easy for him.
The Darce choke right now. He can finish this. This is the choke.
One thing you should know about Dustin, it's that he keeps going no matter what. Because as you know, this won't be the first time he'll fail. But after this devastating loss to a now legend Korean Zombie, it filled him with a new sense of determination.
You know, it's what I wanted. I wanted a great fight, and I'm going to learn a lot from it, but I'm supposed to win. I'm going to come back and I'm going to win, no doubt about it. Either I'm going to win or I'm going to die in the cage. One of the two is going to happen.
With this being said, his next fight put him back in the win column, just as he said he would. And the fight after that was a close decision loss to yet another legend, Cub Swanson. And as a side note, if you haven't seen Cub Swanson's retirement fight that recently happened, it was awesome. Of course, this decision loss to Cub Swanson isn't very notable, but what came next for his career really looked up for him as he tallied another 3 wins, with 2 of those wins being finishes.
Some more shots. This could be it. That's it. Dustin, the Diamond Poirer.
Up there for Poirier. Oh, Coruscant's in a world of pain here. This one might be done.
But something that Dustin didn't realize at the time is that his next fight is going to be against the biggest star the sport has ever seen.
Talking more and more hype and more hype, and I saw an opportunity here to maybe headline a card or be on a big pay-per-view.
I don't know where he's going to go after this, and I believe his career is deteriorating. His skill level has stagnated.
I've never disliked somebody that much that I've ever fought.
I've never disliked somebody that much that I've ever fought.
I'm a nice guy now.
He likes me after I whoop his ass.
You ain't shit, boy. You ain't shit. Yeah, you ain't shit. What's up? That's good. What's up?
It is clear that at this point, Dustin wishes to steal the hefty amounts of momentum that Conor has behind him.
Hands at his hips. Having a conversation. Looking to finish the fight. That's it.
It It was evident from the first announcement of that fight that Dustin was letting Conor's trash talk get into his head. And him taking all of this personally, once again led to this disappointing outcome. With time, he'll learn from this in due time and never let someone get in his head ever again. After this loss, he decided to make a permanent change in his career. He decided that the weight cuts were doing way more harm than good, and decided to move up to lightweight permanently.
I mean, you were a big 145. Like, how rough was that cut?
It was horrible, and it made me hate the process because my quality of life sucked. You know, training camps were torture. I would walk around 190. I'd get up to 190.
God, you get up to 190 and go down to 145.
And now that he was a lightweight, he started to feel momentum as he won his next 4 fights, 3 of them being knockouts.
So much better. Uppercuts, hooks, that's Poirier pouring it on. That'll do it. Dustin Poirier. Poirier is sharp with those hands tonight.
That's going to be it.
Oh, he might be out. There it is.
It's a mistake. Oh, he tagged him with that left. Bobby Green's in big trouble here. Dustin!
While after these 4 wins, he got a knockout loss to Michael Johnson. It didn't seem to mean much to him at the time though, because he didn't let it ruin his momentum, which can be proved by the fact that afterwards he went on one of the greatest lightweight runs of all time. First by knocking out ex-champion Anthony Pettis.
Dustin stays on top, gets mount, not impressive. What happened? Showtime Pettis did tap, so Dustin Poirier gets the finish.
Next, he knocked out a big up-and-comer, Justin Gaethje.
Big left hand lands by Poirier. He's looking for the finish here. He continues to land.
But he doesn't have the wherewithal to clinch.
Dustin Poirier, goodness. Knockout. Oh my.
After that was a knockout against yet another ex-champion, Eddie Alvarez.
Alvarez is still swinging though, look at this. What a warrior, Eddie Alvarez. That's the Poirier finish.
That is it.
After this impressive streak of wins, there were many talks of him fighting for the title, which would be against then title holder Khabib Nurmagomedov. But after the infamous post-Conor fight brawl, that Khabib fight fell through.
Look at him. Look at him screaming at the corner. Look at him. Oh,
and now Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
Whoa!
No.
And he's going right at Dylan Dennis. Mayhem. After the fight. And now one of Nurmagomedov's teammates throws a right hand at Conor. All hell has broken loose.
After that massive controversy, they were both suspended for a considerable amount of time. So Max Holloway, the current featherweight champion, moved up to lightweight to fight Dustin for the interim lightweight belt.
Thinks he's got Max hurt. Oh, Max clipped him.
But you got to be careful with a guy like Poirier.
Oh my goodness. Poirier's in trouble.
Got.
When you've been in fights like this with Justin Gaethje, you know, Poirier's coming with it. Oh my goodness, these both. Oh, he hurt him again.
Poirier with big power.
He's having a tough time seeing. The strikes of Poirier right now. Both of these guys are just savages.
Oh, that knee caused some damage. Holloway busted wide open, Joe.
Easy boy.
4 rounds down, they will call the doctor in to look at the cut on Max. The great Don House working overtime there in the corner, trying to close that gash on Max Holloway's forehead. When you're a cut man, you get this assignment. Final round, 5 minutes or fewer to determine the UFC's interim lightweight champion.
5 rounds. We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest for the winner by unanimous decision, interim UFC lightweight champion of the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Now as the new interim lightweight champion, he has achieved something very few has. This is where he infamously missed his opportunity to win the undisputed title for the first time.
Nurmagomedov staying composed.
Gets him off him for a second. He sticks to the guillotine. Sticks with it.
Wow!
Magomedov pops his head out, crowd goes bananas. And now, Magomedov under the chin, there's the top!
After reaching the hardest part of his career this far, he then got the opportunity to avenge the loss he got against Conor McGregor earlier. With the time that went by between their fights, it was clear that something was different about this second time they fought. He wasn't going to let the trash talk get in his head.
Oh, big left from Poirer, now a right hand.
Oh, he's hurt. Bad.
Oh,
Oh my God. Dustin Poirer.
oh, knockdown from Poirier. Dustin Poirier has knocked down Conor McGregor.
And due to this knockout loss, they gave Conor the rematch against Dustin Poirer, so they can have a third fight.
Conor, in the build-up to the last fight, you were unusually kind to Dustin. Now on fight week, it's the exact opposite. So when did that switch happen?
Because he got knocked the fuck out. Not McGregor fast, McGregor sleep.
He fell back on his own ankle and broke it. That is crazy.
I mean, that's crazy.
Then notoriously, Conor broke his leg during the third fight with Dustin Poirier, which now meant that Dustin Poirier knocked out Conor McGregor twice in a row. Now, after these impressive wins over Conor and a very entertaining win over Dan Hooker,
Body and now Poirier with a counter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Poirier in real trouble. One of the best rounds.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
he then proceeded to lose his second title shot against the person with the most submissions in UFC history, Charles Oliveira.
Oh,
Now he's hiding the hand, Joe. Dustin's in trouble.
Dustin's in real trouble.
Dustin's in real trouble.
It's under the neck. It's under the neck. It's under the neck. He's
But once again, after this loss, he picked himself up and kept working in the gym. And then right after, he got himself a very entertaining finish versus Michael Chandler.
Oh, he's getting taking his low.
Oh, he's got it. He's in tight. He's got it tight. He got it.
But as you heard from the start, he wasn't done with struggles in his career just yet.
Heard from now, about a minute gone by, round 2. Justin Gaethje! Head kicks!
He is now again at a very hard part of his career. And once again, he got himself back in the win column against a very good contender, Benoit Saint-Denis.
And now he lands up top. Knockdown for Poirier!
Because now you're in a place that feels different.
Yeah, back in the win column, everything feels like it's in motion like it should be. You know, I just felt out of sync with life after that last fight.
The playmakers, or honestly someone high up in the UFC, must have seen his heart and determination, and at the same time saw how Islam didn't have a fight and stuck Dustin in there, giving him one more final shot at undisputed gold.
I've fought the best guys at 155 pounds in the world, some of them twice. I've done it all, and I've beat a lot of them, but I haven't had the label of undisputed world champion, and that's the reason I ever put a pair of gloves on when I was 17 years old. It's about me accomplishing something I told my wife when I was 17 that I was gonna do, that I've been chasing and climbing back up to make happen.
Both have been giving you instructions. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, let's fight.
Woo! Got it locked up. Oh, it's bad. He's already got it locked up. Oh, Dustin's gonna roll out of it.
Leg kick from Poirier, early round 2.
Good job by Dustin.
Quick shot from Makhachev. Gets on that lead leg.
That leaves Dustin in boxing range. And when Dustin breaks, he's quicker to the punch. Man, Dustin can knock him out if he gets more opportunities like that.
Looks like he's walking. Oh, Dustin snuck out the back.
Dustin's got to watch his own.
Poirier is out and back to his... Absolutely down.
Oh, a switch by Poirier. It looked like they came together a little bit.
Oh, good shots to the body. Beautiful shots from
Makhachev.
He switched the hips.
Oh, wow.
Knowing Dustin's got to be careful here. Oh, that's tight.
Yet, after this fight, he remained humble Dustin stayed very good early on, stayed very competitive, but in the 5th round he was caught in a Darce choke and lost. Yet, after this fight he remained humble, realizing he just let the 3rd shot at gold slip between his fingers. As disappointing as it must have been for himself and fans around the globe, I think that's a major part of what makes many people love him so much. He stands up for himself and never gives up. I find that to be very relatable for the average person deep in their heart. Dustin technically can never call himself an undisputed champ, but to many he'll be considered the people's champ.